COVID deficit, it did hit a 6-year high of $779 billion. That was just this year. But is the president right to want to first cut military spending? The panel is back. Mattie, Lawrence, and Nan. Nana, we'll start with you because the president has made no bones about the fact that he wanted to increase military spending, which was stable for several years.
Right. And I was in Congress when we did the sequester.
And now he looks back at the bill and goes, this is crazy. It's like, you know, when I take my entire staff to Del Frisco's and we have crab legs and steaks and goblets of champagne, and then I get the bill, I'm like, who the hell wanted to go to Del Frisco's?
And yet it was you. No. You know, this is the president is, as he is in many things, he visits many sides that can be equally valid, and in fact he was right that our military did need beefing up in various ways, including the way in which we pay our troops. Yes. What happened was the Senate allowed the filibuster to remain in place on legislation. Senate Democrats insisted on increased domestic spending to go along with the increase in military spending, and that resulted in, yes, a much bigger budget than the president actually wanted to sign into law. But to get the military spending, he didn't.
This is an enduring frustration for myself as a conservative, but also a dualism that other Republicans have expressed, not just Donald Trump, which is that we think we should cut spending and that spending another taxpayer dollar here doesn't mean that you have the consequence that you intended here. And that is something that we only talk about unless it is security spending. And then all of a sudden, when it comes to security spending for Republicans, every dollar spent makes us more safe. And we know that's not true.
No, that's like saying every dollar you spend on education makes kids smarter.
It's just not the amount of money that they're spending, it's the amount of money that the military wastes. I mean, there's so much surplus.
And we don't even know, though, Lawrence, right? I mean, the fact that the Pentagon has never had to withstand an audit. They finally just went under their first audit ever.
And kudos to President Trump for
and what did it say?
Making sure that happened.
Well, I think let me say this. The military is near and dear to the president's heart, but I think once he starts adding up the digits, he decided as a businessman, maybe this isn't smart. So I think it's a battle between heart and what he knows mentally what to do as a businessman.
And when he took office, well, remember that he talked about how Boeing, that's creating the new Air Force One, needed to do more with less.
And he renegotiated the deal himself.
And Lawrence, you raise a good point, too. You can't spend a dollar better if you don't know where it's going to begin with. And that's why transparency in federal budgeting is so important and why Republicans should not resist efforts to increase restraint.
And also, it doesn't make you unpatriotic. It doesn't mean that you don't support the military.
It means you want the troops to know what their dollars are.
If you do have these redundancies in military spending, and you do have aspects of expenditures that are really pointless, then you are doing a disservice to the men and women.
And if they ever need money, they can always come back to Congress and ask for more.
But having been in Congress, I can tell you that military contractors have lots of friendships among members of Congress and senators.
Yeah, that's why they keep building tanks. Like it's 1940.
Everybody needs a tank.
And their districts,
even the local police department.
Districts and states see them as sources of jobs, and that's a big challenge.
The three of you are glorious and amazing, and I thank you all for your service to the show.
I like this panel.
I do too.
We thank you too.
We're going to write this one down and revisit it.
I'll come back.
Oh, excellent. Coming up, an American is one of 3 astronauts.